The controversy triggered by the Minister of Women Affairs, Aisha Al-Hassan, on the 2019 presidential ambition of the former Vice President, Atiku Abubakar, is still generating concerns. This time, members of the Adamawa State Working Committee of the ruling All Progressive Congress have distanced themselves from the presidential ambition of the former Vice President. They are also not happy that a serving minister under President Buhari's government is deliberately heating up the polity at the time the APC is working hard to deliver on its campaign promises. It was at this gathering a few days ago that the Minister for Women Affairs and Social Development, Aisha Al-Hassan, is alleged to have declared openly her support for the former Vice President, Atiku Abubakar, should he decide to run for president in 2019. This has sparked controversy within the All Progressive Party in Adamawa State.
So if for any reason as a party we really are interested in ensuring political stability and continuity in our polity so that the process will continue to engender progress and development, I think we need to give the Buhari Osinbajo ticket the offer of first refusal.
Other APC officials in the state are calling for the immediate removal of the minister, who they say has drawn the line where loyalty is concerned.
I'm calling on the president, I'm calling on President Buhari to immediately sack her, because this is a disaster to APC and to the country.
She's a minister, she's entitled to her opinion, but that is going to make it happen. But I want to make it very clear to her, she made a great mistake, because she's a minister in this government, and definitely, and there's no support to the starting campaign for any other candidate.
All the aggression towards the minister has received knocks from the Atiku support group, with the Director General of the group insisting that President Buhari had an idea of the minister's stance on her choice for the former Vice President.
Was there any agreement between her and the present administration before giving her the appointment, that we are giving you an appointment, drop your support for Atiku? Was there any agreement like that? So the woman spoke her mind. She has been with this man for a long time before appointment as a minister. So why crucifying her?
What many APC supporters want to see is how the party resolves the issues of ambition before it turns into a case where, although the flags may be flying at full mast, the ship may be sailing in the wrong direction. It's established that one factor that drives development today is technology, and many countries appear to be stepping up to the plate. In Nigeria, there is a need to create an enabling environment and provide funding to aid the nation's tech system. And this is the view of enthusiasts who are trying to build Nigeria's tech ecosystem beyond where it is now. Our technology correspondent, Victor Matthias, has this report.
Globally recognized tech companies, Google, Twitter, Facebook, Apple, and YouTube were once tech startups, some of them founded by individuals in their garage and school dormitories, with the aim to improve tech solutions to problems in their local communities. The story of these outfits now, as they say, is history. Kenya's tech ecosystem is considered one of the most developed in Africa, a feat that can easily be surpassed here given available talents. In Nigeria, though the current tech ecosystem has drawn global attention with startups created from school dormitories and tech hubs like Budget, Paga, and Jobberman, it is yet to produce a globally accepted tech startup.
Until we start, doing proper investment locally, we can't really see so much improvement in terms of having maybe unicorn or startups that can cross, major marks that we can score as, a major improvement for the Nigerian market.
Government policies, or lack of it, has also not helped.
There's a Stevenson-Weiler Technology Innovation Act of 1980 in the United States of America. There's a Badoil Act that says Federal Technology Transfer Act of 1986. There's a Citizen Technology Development Act of 1993. The policy environment had already laid a foundation. So the environment is okay, the enterprise is existent. So there are entrepreneurs who are taking the opportunity of the environment to innovate.
In this forum are mentors and entrepreneurs coming together to network, collaborate, and join ideas to put Nigeria's tech ecosystem on a higher pedestal.
The need for you to continuously learn, continuously collaborate with those who have done it before, and connect with them and see how much you can grow or take your business to the next level.
I see us competing on a global space. We are capable. We're one of the best minds I have ever come across. Nigerians can do and undo. I mean, where we're good, we're good. So I feel we're getting there. And in 2 years, we will do a lot of great things beyond imagination.
With forums such as this, having key players in the tech ecosystem working as a team, coupled with an enabling environment created by the government, as well as funding from investors, Nigeria's tech ecosystem may leapfrog and emerge as a successful tech hub in Africa. Victor Matthias, Channels Television News.
Talking about global competition, the governor of Katsina State has his sights set on improving the education sector. Governor Bello Masari wants the state's tertiary institutions to develop the capacity to compete with their colleagues in other parts of the world. He told the crowd that the first matriculation ceremony of the State's Institute of Technology and Management that his administration will ensure that future generations feel the impact of his government's investment in education.
We have introduced measures which some people see as unpopular. Yes, they may be unpopular today, but I assure you, in the next 20 years, even if we are alive, some of us will have become vegetable. That is when the people will appreciate the investment we are doing now in education. My appeal to the management is try as much as we want 100%, which is not good. We should try to give admission to other students from other parts of the country, especially Northwest. This is very important in order to give the institution a national outlook. It also can be made possible for international students to also come here. When you rub minds among yourselves, coming from various backgrounds, it also helps your education and it helps your knowledge.
Governor of Katsina State, Bello Masari. From Katsina, let's move to Bayelsa State now, where the Environmental Sanitation Board today began the destruction of illegal structures along the only highway that leads into the state capital. According to the officials, the structures are not befitting of a state capital, but the owners have been venting their anger while pleading for more time to move their wares.
Heavy-duty equipment of the Bayelsa State government pulling down illegal structures along the highway. The traders here had been served an eviction notice to vacate the area since January, but they refused to accept the order. Now that the unwanted guest is here, it became clear that their pleas will not yield results.
I'm not inform you. I'm not hear anything. No. And today they see now. And not tell me anything. I not get husband. I not get anything. Nothing I get. I not get food to chop. I not get work. Nothing I get.
I think they should give us a little time. They should give us a little time so that we can be able to put ourselves together and look for another place.
Where will I drop all these goods? At least they should give us, at least from now to next year, we will move everything. This notice will not demand to issue to us from January. Look at my own store here. They didn't write anything to me.
The government officials insist the order must be carried out since the traders had been notified more than 8 months.
Until the January this year. And we started marking. Then from April this year, still this year, we started giving abatement notices. I'm conscious of the fact that things are hard. The relocation is also very hard. And we gave that grace, and I think the grace is overwhelming us. And this is September already. We have entered the Bambot for a project that is supposed to be 14 days after marking. That is within January we are supposed to start this operation. But this is 9 months after marking. So it's unfortunate for those who never wanted to comply with us.
A few of them were lucky to move out some of their belongings. The team carrying out the demolition order says the shops are defacing the Bayelsa State capital and can as well be a hideout for criminals.
And will be telling us about the many interventions by the CBN to boost the Forex market on Business News.
And we begin Business News tonight with the Central Bank of Nigeria saying that it will continue its aggressive intervention in the interbank foreign exchange market to maintain forex liquidity and strengthen the naira. The CBN spokesman, Mr. Isaac Okorafor, refuted claims that the CBN plans to discontinue its forex interventions as there has been a moderate increase in the country's foreign reserves from $30 to $32 billion. So far, nearly $10 billion has been pumped into various segments of the market since the interventions began in February this year. Ahead of the official release of the country's inflation data for the month of August, financial advisory firm FSDH Merchant Bank expects the figure lower at 15.99% from 16.05%, which was reported in the month of July. The expected decrease in inflation rate is largely attributed to the downward movement in some categories of non-food items in the Consumer Price Index, as well as decrease in some food prices. The latest official inflation data is expected to be released next week, Friday. The equities market closed higher in the first trading week of September as the all-share index rose by 1.2%, boosted by 1.4% gain it recorded on Thursday. The 4 trading sessions started on Tuesday as markets resumed from the 2-day Muslim holiday, while market activity within the week garnered 28 gainers and 36 losers, while the price of 105 equities remained unchanged. 887.02 million shares worth over 17.45 billion naira were traded in 16,955 deals. Analysts are expecting volatility in the coming week as investors continue to exchange stocks for cash to help meet some of their financial needs. That's Business News for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Anne Mwawadu.